Hello and welcome to Sports Hub. Thank you so much for joining us. What a special day it is. I'm counting down. I think it's 3 hours before my birthday. So this will be a special show indeed, which is falling on the 29th of May 2023 because 30th May is my birthday and I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm not a youth. We've graduated now. I'm a senior youth. Right. My name is Modern Ntapechela Sinkala Mwana Kwiranzi. So today, I'm hosting a professional golfer. He's been on the golf scene for some time. We'll be able to ask him what he's been up to, how the profession has been, and what he's looking forward to. So make sure you stay with us. We have many segments on this show. One of them is what is trending in Zambian sports, or let me say global sports. And I have with me Julius Malulu, Bola News writer, and also Esther Mwale, who is Horn FM sports presenter. Lady and the gentleman, welcome to Sports Hub.
Thank you very much, Modern. Good evening. Thank you very much for having me. It's always good to be here and looking forward to giving you what's trained in as far as what training is concerned. It's good that we have our very own First Lady,
Hi.
I must say Second Lady of the house.
Good to have you on
Esther,
again.
who's
Let's see how
back
you've
today.
perfected. You've perfected this, the art of catching the ball.
Knowing what to do.
But I got one hand.
Tumwambesha. Belingandepe pegana badana no baba.
Yeah, so
Indeed.
it's good to have Esther around, especially that last week she was not able to be with us, Modern, but it's good that we have Esther back today. We have so much in as far as what's training is concerned, Modern. Remember that we had an interesting game involving the 2012 legends up against the Barcelona legends, Modern. Remember that on the show last week I did mention that we're looking forward to see Ronaldinho in the country, and I must definitely say that Ronaldinho was in the country and everybody was so much excited to just have a glimpse of the former Barcelona legend, Modern. I must tell you that it all started from the airport. At the airport, people flocked to the airport because they just wanted to set their eyes on this former Barcelona legends. But it's good to see Ronaldinho play at National Heroes Stadium. That was historic for us soccer fans that follow football a lot. And I want us to just talk about some of the scenes that happened, Modern, at the Heroes Stadium. Now, this is Kalilo Kakonje, who is Red Arrows goalkeeper coach, Modern. Now, I want the director up just to take me back to the peak way before. That was in the peak, I think, where he was before he had Ghent, Modern. I want us to look at the photo where he was a little bit small. This one, Modern. Let's pick it up from here. So now this is Kalilo Kakonje when he was first choice goalkeeper for the national team. Now look at this. This is before. Now we can move to the other one, director. We can move to the other pic now. Aha. So now this is Kalilo Kakonje. But of course, Tawava active football. So because now he's no longer playing active football. He's a goalkeeper coach for Red Arrows. So Nangwapango really. It's not really a problem, but the challenge comes in where people would ask, but Bakwanisha Shani could train a goalkeeper because obviously he has to dive to show the goalkeepers what he's talking about. These are some of the pics. Mamona, but then Bakarusha Boya, very good strategic, Pokpange team. But is she that Waingisha Bakalilo Kakonje Mugame.
But he did well. He made some crucial
saves. But they were strategic. If we were going to put him in the starting 11, I'm sure you and I know that there would have been more goals. But they were strategic. Vasavika Mokene Dimeno Kwamba, and then Vavika Monomba Kalilo Kumalast, of which he did extremely well. So this is one of the stories that's been trending on social media. A lot of people had something to talk about, but I think kudos to Kalilo Kakonje, and we must say that he did a good job in that game to ensure that Ronaldinho did not score in that game, because we're so much scared, Modern, that Ronaldinho was going to score more goals in that game. We move to our next item on what's trending, Modern. For the very first time in Southern Africa, we have managed to beat South Africa. We've become the first country to use video assistant refereeing system modern, and we've become the third in African continent. Now, the VAR was used in the final involving Muza FC up against Forest Rangers. So from what you're seeing, Gianni Sikazo, retired Zambian referee, was just engaging with some of the officials that were going to be in charge of the VAR. So these officials that officiated in that game modern actually came from Egypt. They were not actually Zambians. All of them were just brought in from Egypt. But one thing we should be happy about is we had our very own Diana.
Who was bearing the cost? Was it Faz?
Of course, they are the ones that were in charge of it. So this is the whole team that was in charge of a VAR on that particular day. As you can see, we have our very own Diana who keeps flying the Zambian flag high. You remember that even on the show last week we did talk about her, so we're very proud of her. And this was the official, and this was a referee for the match, and the two were the first and second assistants of the game. So Martin, I must say that
it means that we don't have Zambian officials that can handle.
At the moment, no. We need to train our very own Zambian referees to be able to get acquainted with this system of the VAR. Remember that this is a technology we're talking about. It's not just the Chilishe modern. So it's high time that now, because FAS is thinking of introducing VAR in the Zambian league. So obviously they wanted to see how it's going to unfold in the ABSA final, and from the look of things, it looks as though it's a good move. It's good development in as far as football is concerned, and I'm sure that now the project team should be able to work out something to ensure that we have VAR being used in the Super League. From you can see from the pic there, that's our very own Madam Diana in the control room, busy to make sure that things are done accordingly. So we're super proud of.
So for now, it's only Diana and Gianni.
And Gianni is retired, unfortunately. So for now, we only have Diana. But obviously, we know that Gianni should be out there also trying to help a few referees that maybe he can identify to ensure that they undergo training, and they should be able to come and officiate in some of these games. Because obviously, modern, it's going to be expensive. We cannot manage to import, or rather to bring in officials from other countries to come and officiate these Super League games. And if we have to introduce VAR in the MTN Super League, really, we need to start to teach, or rather train our very own local referees to begin to work with VAR.
I was at Woodland Stadium, but I'm told Charlie every time a VAR action.
That was the experience more than actually. If you ask TK, Moru Ameno, the Forest Rangers striker, scored a goal, but apparently there was an infringement somewhere, and the supporters, or rather the fans, kept on showing the VAR, said, hey, VAR, that kind of a thing. And finally, the Egyptian referee, I think, was given a signal, and he had to stop the game and rush to the screen. Now, that is something that all the fans that went into the stadium, were looking forward to more than. Immediately, I say Mona Lisa, and he pointed to the screen. Charlie, like, now VAR is in Zambia, and that's how he went to the screen. He had to check the goal, and that's how they disallowed the goal. And now on every foul, you know how Zambian fans are. They kept on, they kept on. So that's what we had in as far as what was training is concerned. But I'll allow also Esther to give us what's training on the side.
Well, Modern, I mean, we are excited that the Africa Cup of Nations just around the corner. I mean, Zambia is on the verge of qualifying to the Africa Cup of Nations. And yeah, it's important that we get to monitor what our players are doing beyond, borders. And talking about players, I mean, Fashion Sakala has been on fire this season. That is something that we cannot really take away from him. Last week, he had scored, a goal for a game against for his club Rangers,
Rangers,
and of course this weekend as well he managed to increase the number of goals that he had from 10 to 12. So this my friend should really send a very strong message to So this was Fashion Sakala over the weekend after scoring those 2 goals for Rangers. So this is what's happening. So it's important that we get to monitor our players. So now, away from Fashion Sakala, we have this story. Patson Daka and Leicester City being relegated from the English Premier League. So it is indeed worrying. A lot of Zambians are worried to say we only depend on Patson Daka and Fashion Sakala, but you know, the other party is doing fine, but look at Patson Daka and the club. They're not doing okay. As a result, they're being relegated from the English Premier League. So now, what everybody is asking themselves...
They've actually been relegated.
What everybody is asking themselves at this point is, what is next for Patson Daka? They're even worried to say, will he perform at, the Africa Cup of Nations that's coming very, very soon on the 17th of June at the Living Monasa Stadium. So yeah, as you can see in this picture, this is Patson, Madsen, and that is of course Jamie Vardy, expressing disappointment. They indeed, had to beat West Ham United, but due to the goal difference between them and Everton, they could not really catch up and survive relegation in the English Premier League. So yeah, that is really so disappointing. But anyway, we are wishing all the very best for Patson Daka and Leicester City. But anyway, away from the sad story, in the Serie A, we have Lamek Banda, as you can see there. He and his team, Lecce Football Club, in as far as Serie A is concerned, they survived relegation. And look, Vareshana, Chidida, Lamek Banda, make up a table. High driving Ghana Julius.
More than you can tell. You can tell that nangufeta umwene shina wamona fi inishani pate boys but you waku Zambia. I was avoiding that.
So yeah, as you can see, as far as Patson Daka, Kwali win over the weekend, but on the other side, we have our very own Lamek Banda there. He's celebrating with his team. I mean, they had a good run. At the start of the season, they were promoted to the Serie A, and look at them, they have managed to survive relegation, and yeah, they really have all what it takes to get to celebrate. So this is what we had for you today, Modern.
Great stuff
from us. This is what we had in as far as what's trending is concerned.
Great stuff. Thank you very much, Julius and Esther. Right, so that was the segment we call What is Trending in Zambian Sports. We move on to the next segment. This one we call it How Much Do You Know About Zambian Sportsmen and Women. Last week I showed you a photo of a sportsman. That photo, yes, I received 2 calls and I was very impressed. They were correct. Sorry, I couldn't give you the answer just on last week's program, but yes, the answer is correct. It's Agri Chiyangi. Then I also received a message from Miss Veli Mbewe of Matero, who has become a regular on this show, and she says, Agri Chiyangi, Mr. Penalty at Africa Cup of Nations. So talking about Miss Veli Mbewe, last week the letter that I read is from Madam Mbewe. Actually, she's a netballer. She used to play netball at Cabo Warriors netball team. So I was asking her, do you know Diana Banda? Because she also played for Cabo Warriors, and also her mother. So thank you very much for those messages. So yes, it's Agri Chiang. So Agri Chiang was born on 5th June 1964 in Kitwe. He played for Power Dynamos between 1984 and 1997. Chiangi made his debut for Zambia on 23rd May 1993 in a 1-0 loss against Malawi. In terms of coaching, he has coached Zanaco, Green Eagles, Nchanga Rangers, and the Zambia national football team. Today I have another photo for you to identify the sportsmen on the photo. Are you able to identify the sportsmen which will be shown on the on the screen? Those 2 gentlemen, heroes of Zambian football. Who are they? Both of them, the one on the left and the one on the right. Who are they? How much do you know about Zambian sportsmen and women? So you can call on the numbers that will be crawling on the screen, or you can send a WhatsApp message to 0955 202904 or 0211 25 30 25 or 0211 2508 43. I'll be waiting for your calls so that you can identify those 2 gentlemen on the photo. All right, we move on to the next segment. This is the results segment. We look at what happened over the weekend. We start with the ABSA Cup 2023 final. It was Forest Rangers 2, FC Muza 0. So Forest Rangers winning for the very first time. From football, we go to the Zambia Rugby Union League. So this was week 7 games. Yes, week 7 games. So on Saturday it was Green Eagles 3, Red Arrows 33. This was in the National League. Mufulira Leopards 32, KPF 18, Diggers 30, Green Buffaloes 17. Lusaka were on bye. In the President's League, it was Chibuluma. Chibuluma actually was supposed to play Nkwazi, but this game was postponed. Nkwazi players were on national duty. Ron 13, Changa 15, Konkola 28, Ndola 3. In the Women's League, it was Green Eagles 17, Red Arrows 29, Changa 21, Leopards 0. This was a walkover actually. Then Diggers nil, Green Buffaloes 92. Let's now go to Netball in the Midlands Netball Association Mina Premier League. Week 7 games played in Kabwe. On Saturday it was Red Arrows 61, Kalingalinga United 23, Nkwazi 43, Lusaka City Council 31, Napsa 40, Mazaboka United nil. This was a walkover result. Prison Leopards 43, Green Eagles 36. In the Men's League it was Green Buffaloes 51, Unza 19. Let's end the results with the English Premier League. The final results, week 38 results. On Sunday, 28th May 2023, it was Arsenal 5, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. So Arsenal versus Serra. This result did not matter anymore because they finished second and Man City are the champions. Aston Villa 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Brentford 1, Manchester City 0, Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1, Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Everton 1, Bournemouth 0, Leeds United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 4, Leicester City 2, West Ham United 1, Manchester United 2, Fulham 1, Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. What an 8-goal thriller it was. Alright, so we end the results segment here. But before I introduce my guests, who danced to a song, and this song obviously we dedicate to all the sportsmen and women. So stay with us as we entertain you to a song. Wow, that's Kabova there, Kabova, Ben Blazer, and General Ozzy. A lot of memories. Remember when the Chipolopolo won the Africa Cup of Nations title in 2012? Well, this song was like an anthem. And, well, at least we saw them on Thursday when they played the Barca Legends. They beat Barca Legends by 3-0. Right, so time for me to introduce my guest in the studio. Like I said earlier on, he's a professional golfer. He's been on the scene for some time now, and he's a familiar face in the world of golf. But now he's also transitioned into football. He's also a football administrator. I'm talking about Patrick Mwendapole. Actually, he's a senior because there's also a junior who is playing golf and in the US. Patrick, good to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Mode.
Okay, all right. You're very much welcome to the studio. You can take a seat there.
Thank you very much.
All right. So first of all, give us a brief background who Patrick Mwendapole is, when you were born, where, and how your upbringing was like.
Yeah, obviously my name's Patrick Mwendapole, senior now. I was Patrick Mwendapole, now I'm senior. Because obviously there's another one now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, I've been, first of all, I've been in sport for some years now. I've been based in Chiranga, and I'm still there, and I'm sure obviously I'll still be there. You know, I started my golf at.
But give us your family background. When were you born? Where? How many are you in the family, and so forth?
I was born from a family of 5. From a family of 7 actually to Alet, and now we are only 5. 2 boys, three girls, and I'm the last born.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
just
I was
like
born
me,
in
yeah?
1982, yeah. And yeah, my parents, both of them being not there, but here I am, surviving.
Right.
Yeah.
I know you golfers like caps. Last week I was hosting Sydney Wemba. He was also wearing a cap. So I want viewers out there to see your face clearly and even your head. So
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Nice one. All right. So let's talk golf now. How did you develop the interest in golf, and who inspired you?
Yeah, first of all, you know, I used to play golf as just like for mini social. There was, you know, first of all, I used to go to the golf club following my friends. At that time, I used to play a lot of football. You know, I was at school. I used to play for school. And then when I started following my friends, the interest started developing. And then in our community where I live, there was a place where Chiranga Cement used to get phyllite. Phyllite is one of the mixtures for cement. So the guys used to make some holes there, and then they used to play. And then I used to follow there and then see what they are doing. I started developing interest. And then our friends now at the golf club started following them at the golf club, and then started playing. But I didn't know that I can take it far as the way I've gone now.
Okay.
And then from there, it picked up.
So no one in particular inspired you. You're not looking up to someone.
After, you know, it was after some few years that I saw that this game can take me far. First, I used to watch Tiger Woods, was inspired by him. Then there was another player, Montgomery, Severiano Barres-Torres, Ian Woosnam. Those are the people I used to watch most.
That's a young Patrick Mwendapole senior. Yeah, looking young then. I don't know, where was that?
That was in Kenya, in Mombasa.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, at that time I was playing for the national team. Yeah, it was nice to be at the ocean, you know, for the first time, you know, being next to the ocean.
I can tell by the smile.
Yeah,
And there?
Yeah, there was, we were at Elephant Hills with my colleagues there, those Indians, those.
That's in Zimbabwe?
That was in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I've been there
Yeah.
before. Okay, right. So, yes, so you said that's where the passion started from, and you were inspired by people like Tiger Woods and so.
Severiano Barres-Torres, Ian Woosnam. And then I just started seeing myself there. You know, with me, I'm a person who wants to achieve when I start something, and then I could see that golf can take me far.
Right. So your first golf club was Chilanga Golf Club?
Yes, Chilanga Golf Club.
Right. How was your experience there?
Yeah, the first of all, how I became to become a member at Chilanga Golf Club. You know, I used to do a lot of things. My brother used to, you know, to operate from there. He used to sell foodstuffs to the caddies. You know, the caddies, those ones who carry the bag. He used to sell some foodstuffs. So I used to follow him, just to go also help him. And then I started doing exactly the same that he was doing. He left the business with me. And then sometimes when the caddies are also playing golf, I join them. When the club is short of caddies, I used to caddy as well. So I used to do a lot of things. So I have been into a lot of things. But golf, when I saw it, it just touched me. And I said, I can do this thing.
Okay, so when you joined, I know golf is quite an expensive sport. Just to get that golf bag and all the equipment, how did you go about, you know, getting the equipment for golf?
Yeah, first there was you know, there was a tournament. I think they were choosing 5 players that the club would sponsor from the caddies. Okay, then I joined the system. I said, okay, let me also try. We played a tournament, and I was among the 5. I was, I think, 3rd.
Wow.
And then I was picked. Wow. And then they bought us golf bags. They paid for our membership, and they started supporting us. I remember the gentleman who was in the forefront was maybe if you remember, there was the late Dr. Churu Kalima. Dr. Churu Kalima, I think, was the chief executive for NCZ. He was in the forefront. And then they started pushing us, and we went as far as, I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm sure that was maybe around late 90s?
Yeah, in 1998, 99, somewhere there.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were playing golf by then, was Madaliso on the scene?
Yeah, because we played a lot of games with Madaliso during junior tournaments. Chick of the North in Ndola, he used to whack us all the time, but we were behind him all the time, you know. Yeah, we've been with Madaliso for a long time.
Right. Okay. So so you've been at Chilanga Golf Club all your career?
No, there was one time I left Chilanga. I went to Livingstone. They were redesigning the golf course. I was part of that system, and I was just there for 3 years. And then after the golf course was ready, then I was put back to Chilanga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about the international engagements that you've you know, where you've represented Zambia, or maybe yourself as an individual.
Yeah. First, when I was an amateur, I represented the country in so many countries as Zone 6. First of all, as a junior golfer. And then from there, I moved to the amateur ranks, where I played in many countries. I've been to Botswana in the Zone 6. I've been to Mauritius. I've been to Swaziland, to Zimbabwe, Malawi. I've been to Tunisia. I've been to a lot of countries, and Zambia Golf Union. And then after that, I became a professional in 2006. I've been playing as a professional on my own, and you know, in Zambia it's difficult to get sponsors. But I managed on my own. But I had some friends who were keen to help, like friends like General Mkanda. At that time he was a colonel, and then I had also a few friends that were helping at that time. So I played in Congo. I went there for the first time, and I won the tournament, and people couldn't believe. I was happy to be hosted by the Congolese. They followed me the last day. They didn't even know that I would win the tournament playing with South Africans. And I won the tournament for the first time, being there, and I won the tournament. And I think on the professional scene, I've done a lot of things. I was the best Zambian professional golfer during the Zambia Open in Chingola, where I won the car.
Okay.
In 2012, when Sata was voted in, I was winning the car. It was a blessing.
Was it a hole-in-one?
No, it was the best Zambian.
Okay.
The best Zambian, yeah. And you know, that time when we played that tournament, the two of us made the cut. Me and Michael Chiruba. You know Michael Chiruba?
Yes.
Yeah, he's working in the studio now. He's at Camlet. We were the last two. So we were competing, the two of us. And you know, at that time, I didn't even know that there was a car. But after we played 2 rounds, one of the gentlemen there, the late Mr. Alusha Spiri, was a director for junior golf, because I was traveling with him, traveling with the junior team. He just said, "Oh, Patrick, if you win, there is a car here." The car that was sponsored by what's this? It was a Tata, sponsored by Tata.
Okay.
So it was a good moment. I mean, I played very well that day. We shot under pars. I think I was on top of the game. That has been my best moment in the professional career.
Great. Have you ever scored a hole-in-one?
I've never done that. But my last born boy had three hole-in-ones. Yeah, but I've never had any one. I've tried, but you know, sometimes when luck is not on your side.
Yeah. All right. I know you've also played in so many Zambia Open tournaments, and there's a challenge because Zambia has been hosting these tournaments and no Zambian has ever won. The best a Zambian has ever gone was, coming second, Madari Somtia.
Yes.
What has been the challenge? And even you inclusive, what has been the challenge?
Yeah, you know, in golf there's a lot of things that is involved, and that is what we Zambians, we don't understand. You know, first of all, there are 3 components there. There is first of all, there is junior golf, then there is amateur golf. Okay, in amateur golf, that's where the players who are there, they play in the zone 6. Now it's got region 5. And then in the juniors, they play what they call All Africa Junior Challenge, and also maybe Tri-Nations, where they play Zambia, Malawi, and Zimbabwe. When you go to professional golf, it becomes now an individual. So what has been lacking for the last couple of years of being a professional was Zambians, they are not supported. And you know, in professional golf, they win money. So, believe me, if the Zambians are given monies like the way we do in football, we will produce a lot of youngsters who would go and play in Europe. But because professional golf is not supported, we only support the juniors and the amateurs. Then at the end, we don't. So when players become good players in amateurs, they have nowhere to go. We have very limited tournaments. So even the Zanaco Masters, when it was coming, we didn't play any tournament. So how do you expect us to perform? So sometimes I get surprised when the minister or the officials for Zambia Golf Union, they stand on the podium and say, no, Zambians are not good. No. The Zambians, we as Zambians, we are enemies of our own, because we don't want to support our own people. We don't want to see our fellow Zambian progress. Believe me, if we were united, by this time we could have achieved a lot. There is only Madariso there who is up there. But if we were united, the professional board was funded, we could have a lot of youngsters. You know, I can name a few who are up now, coming up. There is Gabriel Chivale from Ndola. Sidi Nwemba now he has picked up.
The only one who made the cut, that is
exactly. There is Raphael Piri. There is Timoth Sondash from the Copper Belt. And then there are some youngsters, the ones who haven't yet become professionals, like Wembia on the Copper Belt in Kalurushi. And there are some few youngsters at Nkana Golf Club who are doing very well. Now my worry is that when they become professionals, that will be the end. Because we don't know how to nurture talent. We don't want to support a professional board. If we put monies into professional board, believe me, this country will produce players that will play or reach where Tiger Woods has reached.
Okay. How is the trend in other countries like South Africa? We've seen South African golfers doing very well. And now Zimbabwe is coming up, Zimbabwe producing a champion.
Yes.
How is the trend? How is it done different?
Because you see the sponsors and the professional board for Zim PGA and South African PGA, they support professional golf. Like in South Africa, there are so many tours. So our friends are lucky because at least they can play in different tours, and they are supporters. They've got companies who are pumping in money. So this is why you've seen even the infrastructure also, it matters as well. We haven't invested in terms of golf infrastructure. Look at Livingstone Golf Club, dead. Look at Cabo Golf Club. Those golf clubs used to be nice time of KK. When I went to Cabo Golf Club, I was amazed. But when you look at the infrastructure now, totally dilapidated. So all those things, when you put them together, they will tend golf the whole as we were supposed to have it. But if we are not going to do anything in terms of golf development, like in terms of infrastructure, also funding the professional board, we will not go anywhere. Yeah.
We'll count more years without any
exactly without producing any top player.
Okay, so at a personal level, how full is your trophy cabinet? What are some of the major trophies that you've won in your golf career?
I've won a lot of them.
The major ones. Maybe you can say maybe top 5.
Maybe the major one was I would say maybe 3 of them were super. I think the first one was the car, 2012. The second
and
one.
That guy is still there?
No, that guy sold it. Obviously, I had some things that I wanted to sort out,
okay.
So it helped me a lot.
Okay.
The second one was in 2008 in Ndola. Okay, I won the Pro. I shot -8, and then I failed to make the cut the following day.
Oh.
But I think that moment was good. It was like for me because I was just a new professional golfer, so I was trying to learn the system.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the best one now, I think the third one was in Congo. Went there for the first time. I was supported by Mopani. They gave me a return, the return flight, because they are planes, those small planes. I flew to Congo for the first time ever. Was there for 10 days. Won the tournament. Won $5,000. I think that time was a lot of money.
Wow.
I think it helped me a lot. And then the fourth one was in Harare, when I came third in the Harare Open. So all those 4 things, I think, was my best moment.
All right. So here is Patrick Mwendapole, who was even appearing even in newspapers. I'm sure we'll be able to see newspaper photo where you appeared in a newspaper. Played at a high level, but now even failing to make a cut. Are you in the evening of your career?
Yeah, I think I have slowed down a little bit on playing more because as professionals we've gone a lot of hard and thicket, But I love the game, but this is a game that it's a mind game. When you are disturbed and you will not perform. But I think I'm slowing it down. I'm trying now to impart the knowledge into the youngsters, I think now.
Oh, okay. All right. So, but I feel you're almost retiring. When do you intend to retire?
Yeah, I think on the international scene, I think I'm getting slowly, going like maybe far, maybe out of the countries. I think I've slowed down. Maybe I'll be going to my neighbors, Zimbabwe and Malawi, because it's closer. But going to other places I used to go, like Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, I think I've now stopped. But maybe 2-3 years from now, I think I should be able to retire, and I should just be able to play locally. I think locally is better for me now.
Okay. The last time I hosted Madari, so he was saying he should retire before he reaches 45. Yes. He has to retire. How lucrative is the sport of golf? Would you advise someone to join the sport? How lucrative is it?
Yeah, you see, golf, the beauty about it is that, you see, it has no age. Okay, you can start golf even at a later age. Even after 45 years, you can start. There are so many people that we've taught, because remember, it's not only about winning. It's about also just mixing with people, like business people, you know. That's where they do their businesses on the golf course. It's also healthy for your exercise as well, you know. Remember, we play around for 4 hours, walking for 4 hours. I think it's healthy. So I would encourage even odd madalas or ladies, you can start golf at any age. Look at
I've never played golf, so it means I can pick up as well.
Of course, yes.
And become like Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Look at our late president, our first Republican president. Me, I played with him when he was getting closer to 80. I played with him golf, and we played and enjoyed ourselves. So you youngsters who are less than 50 years should be able to join golf and play.
Okay, all right. I know your children, you've also brought your children into golf. Tell us about it.
Yeah, obviously they were watching me, like Patrick Jr. When he was 4 years old, he would be crying, no, I want to follow. Then I used to go with him. I started teaching, but I didn't even know that probably maybe one day it will go to the positive way. But what happened was, after a few years from there, he started developing the interest. And then when he was 13 years old, he went to play in the World Junior Championship in Liverpool. When he was 13. So I could see that the scholarship was coming close. So I used to encourage him, please do well at school, and then also continue with your golf. And eventually he got a scholarship, and he left.
So he's in the US now?
He's in the US. He's been there for the last 4 years.
Oh, because of golf?
Because of golf. So the other two boys, also the other one is, him is typically like me. He plays football and golf. He's playing for Division 1. He's a striker, scoring a lot of goals. And the last one, I think he's following Patrick Jr.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3?
Boys.
All
yes.
boys?
Yeah.
And they all play golf?
They all play golf.
And the best is junior?
The best. I think they can. They can hustle each other. You know.
Okay.
I would want to see them play, the 3 of them, and then I'll be a referee. Because they'll be hitting longer, and I'll just be following behind them.
Okay, so we just want to remind you of the question that we asked today. The photo that we showed you today, you can give us a call if you know those 2 sportsmen on the photo that we showed you. If you can just have a recap of that photo so that you see who is there. Yes, who are those 2 sportsmen on the photo. If you know them, give us a call. The numbers are crawling on the screen. For WhatsApp is 0955 202904. For Facebook, it's Modern Sinkala Sports, or Sports Hub Facebook page. Make sure you get in touch with us. All right. So, Patrick, so it's good that you've initiated your children. They're playing golf and one is playing football. But you've also gone into football administration.
Yeah, I think, football has been my, before I started golf, football has been my passion.
So you're playing football first?
I used to play a lot of football. If you see, I just thought I couldn't find some of the photos, when because I played for Nagoya Secondary School.
Yeah, Nawoye. I used to hear of Nawoye a lot,
Yes.
winning Coca-Cola Schools
Exactly.
Championship.
I played 3 Coca-Cola Cups.
Mhm.
Because the last one that I played was in 1998. It was in Kitwe at Arthur Davis. We played the finals there, and we lost the finals. But I played the final and I played the semi-final. So when I got injured, that's when I stopped football, because I had a terrible ankle injury, and then that's the time now I started now going straight now to the golf club, because it was easy for me to play golf with an injury. But football I couldn't. So I was trying to wait for it to heal. But 1 year I couldn't heal. And then I just said, okay, I think let me try another sport. But then now, obvious now it has come back after some years. I said, okay, let me start my my own team, football team. While I was playing golf, I was running a small team. But I did not even know that this team will grow. It was just obviously for social. And then the team started developing up to today now. It's in Division 1.
Shiranga Stars.
Chiranga Stars Football Club.
So that's your own team.
That's the team now. It is run by other directors, George Chepeshi and Webista Chirufia. But I started that team. And then eventually we coopted. First there was, it used to be called Chiranga Academy. And then there was another gentleman called Mr. Lemi Mutema. He's late now. He used to run a team called, there was another academy again. Then we merged in Division 3. We formed one team and then we started running it. And then eventually we had to find some other guys to come and, football is expensive. So we have to find other guys to come and now run it. And those are the people running it.
But what happened? You failed to win Division 1 league. You were on top at some point, but you allowed National Assembly to win.
But Modern, we are still learning. We just got promoted 2 years ago. The first promotion we were, when we got into Division 2, we got into Division 1, we were third. This season, we are second. I'm sure obviously there is progress. There is a time where we went 4 games in a row, we were losing. But then we picked up. But obviously, National Assembly, they are veterans. They've been, I'm sure they've been in the Premier and obviously now under province in Division 1. So they were the most superior, and we congratulate them. And my colleague, the coach for National Assembly, we played football together at Chiranga Heroes. Abiut Mwale.
Yes.
He was me. I used to play on the right side. He used to play on the left. So even when we used to meet when we were playing National Assembly, we joke and what. Him is now a coach, and me, I've gone into administration.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now before I give you a challenge, anyway, because you played football, so it won't be a challenge to juggle the ball.
Yes.
How far do you want to go in your golf career, or are you satisfied with what you've achieved now, and also in football administration? What do you want to achieve? What's your ultimate goal?
I think like for golf, I've done a teaching course for coaching for the trainers. So I've been training a lot of kids and obviously adults. I just want to try and impart the knowledge into the kids. There are also some people that I'm training to teach as well, so that if probably maybe I retire, I let other guys also continue to teach. But as I love football, I want to try and also help in administration. I sit on the fixture and league. I'm a vice chairman there. It's just it's the love of the game. We want to see if we can help. We can help the current ESCO that is there, so that we see if we can take also football on another level.
Right. So time for me to give you the ball, so that you show us the skills.
I hope I can juggle. It's been long.
You have the skills in you. So time starts now. Show us what you can do. 1, 2.
Yeah. I think I can juggle, but
okay.
it's
Start
been long.
Nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mwati mwali tele bora na mtu wa shafi.
I used to play.
No. Na mtu wa shaimu. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so I was hosting Patrick Mwendapole Senior, who is a professional golfer, and up to now he's still waiting whether he will win his first Zambia Open, but he's saying he's in the evenings of his career.
Yes.
So we may not see him winning the Zambia Open, obviously, but he was my guest tonight, and he is also a football administrator. So until next week, when I come with another guest, my name is Modern Tapechera Sinkara. Goodbye.